Hello, this is me, Jodie Jones, and I'm playing a TRLE called Temple of Sobec. Well, we start off in this first area. There's a fly pass thing we have to go through. It's like mandatory, you can't cancel it. Shows you the first section of the level. I've had a lot of trouble with this level. I did a screen recording of it and then it played out and I had to abandon my audio, my voice work, and then I got ill with flu. So I'm doing a dub on this one. So we've got this thing, it just shows you where the next section is, this whole bit here. My screen recorder's been really playing out. I had two different screen recorders. I was trying out a freeware one and it must have affected my Hypercam 2, which is what I use. And I managed to get it working, and then before I could do the audio, my voice work, I got sick, so... So Lara, we're in this first section here. This level's okay, the graphics are quite nice. It's a good mix of puzzles and... there's exploration. There's a few bits you've got to shoot some animals. And the old thing with bullets for guns you don't have, which is fun. Lara looks like Underworld Lara. They did quite a good job on this one. The graphics are really probably some of the best I've actually seen on the TRLE. It could almost pass for anniversary in part, this level here. So, Lara, there is some other bullets here, but again they're not. We don't have the Uzis or the revolver, which those are the two guns we don't have. We do get a shotgun though later on, which is nice. I need to get a wooden thing to make a torch to open the door. And then that opens another door for the key to this door here. Lara, we can't get in. So the thing's up here, there's a gap there but you can't get through, that's where the key is. You pick this up. Now there's two pumas that turn up, sometimes one and sometimes two turn up. So the best thing to do is do this first, get the thing, and then just drop it at the top, and then shoot them, and then pick it up again, because if you pick it up and shoot these, sometimes another one can turn up. Sometimes this one doesn't turn up here, so it's a bit of a weird AI thing, I don't know. Because the doors we need to get open on this side round here. Lara. So we shoot the second one here now. Some rats, some bats, and a fairly well hidden door, which I missed in my first practice. Where is it, Lara? Yeah, that's where the key is, with two mummies in there, so... Yeah, need to go in there later on. So the rats turn up somewhere. Here we are. Shoot them. It went on a bit longer than I thought this level was going to go on for, but actually it wasn't too bad. The end was a bit confusing. I had to look at the guide at the end. I managed to get through it in about an hour, without only having to look at the guide at the very end for the last section, but... Which for me that's quite good actually. That's the one he's opening with fire, so we need to get this other door here, and I didn't see this door initially. Actually this is the door, you just push it open. It's a corridor with spike pits that's like the spikes, or the spears, they come out of the ground. With a boulder or something. I've got to find the bloody wooden stake now. There it is. So, you can't use... Lara can't do two things at once, she can't hold a flare and that, so... But you can see where you're going, so it's not too dark. If you go there with a flare, you can't take the wood with you. So you'd have to come back, so you have to take it... The best thing to do is take it in. It's not that dark, so you don't really need a flare anyway, but... Jump, and they come up there, because those holes have got nothing in them, and then you think there's nothing down there. There they are. And a boulder turns up, there it is. Which, like the thing... Yeah, we have to get back now, so this is a bit of fun. Mind the boulder, because just because it's going slow doesn't mean it's not dangerous, so... Yeah, nice eye for detail. This whole level's got quite a lot of detail in it. Oh, I don't fall in there. It's very easy to fall into these. We like that thing near that door. It opens the other door. Come on, Lara, we can do this. Oh, I guess you can't just shoot that door, I don't know. You don't have to take the thing down, but I'll shove it down there because it lights the bottom up. There's a pool of water. Lara did that thing where she doesn't get out. I don't know why. Sometimes, I don't know if it's my keyboard or what. But if that does happen on the way back, then just climb out this end again, and then jump back in, and she should climb out the other end. But I don't know if it's a thing or what. I've had that before on TRLEs, where she won't get out of the water. There's 2 mummies, and there's like a table thing. Or plinth. There's the key. Does this thing where it makes the key look huge and then it spins it about? I thought that was some kind of thing that tried to kill me. I don't know what it was. It didn't do it on that bit, and it did it later on in the game with the other key. I was like, what's that? It must have done a weird thing with it, I don't know. So now we've got the key, we go through that other door that was in the fly past. And that leads to another, like a block puzzle. Which, I managed to do it without looking at the guide at all. I managed to do it, and then when I came to do it second time, when I knew what I was doing, I missed that there was like 3 levers, and you have to pull them. I thought I must have pulled them in practice and not noticed, so... You put it in here then, the key. It doesn't show the key on the thing, but it's there, which is a bit annoying, a weird glitch. Open the door. Go in. And... there's a section that rises up, which is here, that forms a bridge. We have to pull a block across it, like one of those obelisks. There's a crocodile in there, or whatever. These are a bit annoying. They do turn up underwater as well at the end. Oh, shoot it. There we are. So there's 3 levers. One's down here at the end of this bit here. So you have to pull this one, or you'd have to come back down again. Jumps, which I always miss these out. I don't know why. How does that work? That's so far away from the thing. If that was real, you'd be out all the way over there. Well, that pushes one of them up, so we need 2 of the levers to push each one up the other 2. So up here. And we've got these monkey swim, but you don't need to use them, you can jump across. So we need to make a bridge across this side here. And there's a thing on the floor like a tile, we need to put this thing on, there it is. And there's another lever here. Lara, get this. There we are, all that. And that's pulled the second one, we need 1 more, so there's another thing. Another lever. The thing we want is there, it's like a thing, like a pull thing, like an object. And pull this one, it makes the bridge. Then we've got to pull this all the way across onto that tile that opens the door underwater, in that pool of water. The graphics are very nice, I mean, it's very involving. I think the way they did the lighting's as important as the textures, I think, so they did a good job with the feel of it. A little bit like Anniversary in sections, it does feel very much like you're in the middle of that. What's the level? The obelisk of Camoon thing. Kind of feels like that level. And also nods to Tomb Raider 1 and Unfinished Business. There's like a bit with railings and a series of rooms near the end, so it feels very much like that as well. Lara, this is the carrier and you're going to pull this all the way over here. Which is a bit annoying. Lara, yeah, I've got to pull that. Oh, that looks very good as well, they made it look really good. Oh, there's 3 secrets, but the third one I think it is, you can't pick up. It's underwater in a tunnel. And there's a kind of, I think it's shotgun shells and 1 big health pack. And Lara will pick it up, it's like there's not enough space above the object. So that's obviously some kind of mistake that getting the level builder made. I don't know why. So there are 3 secrets, but there's only... I'll show them where they are. The first 2 are doable. But the third one is not. Lara. Jump. It's a bit. This is all right, but the problem is you got to do the push in. And it's like this is a bit not conducive to very good fun. Push things about. So that goes on to the tile there, and opens the door, and that leads to another section, which is the middle section, or the second section as I call it, which is fun. It's fairly I wouldn't say it's really difficult, but there's a little bit at the end where it starts to get a little bit crazy. But other than that, it's not really easy, and it's not too simple, but... Right, Lara. There's a crocodile in here. Shoot it, Lara. So going here, there's a tunnel. Only 2 made of 1 this, for some reason, this tunnel. And there's like a little room here with a couple of rats in it and a lever. And a health pack as well. And again, nice eye for detail. The room's quite nicely done there. Pull the lever and it opens the door. Lara, pull that. Get a flare out, Lara. Yeah, quite nice textures there. Just for a little room. And then we go, Lara, that's the wrong way. We go this way and it leads, there's more flares here. And we come into a bigger room. Lara. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'll be back in part 2.